AskReddit. What nice gesture annoys you? Giving me the right of way when driving, if they actually have the right of way. When I'm waiting to cross the street in a place without a pedestrian crossing, and a car stops for you to cross. It would be faster if you would just continue, and I cross after you pass. People videotaping their nice gestures for views online or to brag about it on social media. Like, yeah, giving that homeless guy $20 was really nice. Would you if the camera was off? Probably not. Fuck that. When a guy that you meet on Tinder or another dating app insists on picking you up for the date, instead of you driving and meeting them. It's nice and all, but you could be an axe murderer, druggy thug, and I would have no way to escape. Could try to drive me off a cliff or something. Seeing me eating alone and insisting that I need company. No, I don't need company. Not everyone needs company at a meal. Leave me alone. A lady in church waits at the foot of the stairs to sprinkle me with holy water just before I ascend the staircase to play the organ for services. She soaks me with it and has an impish grin, as if to say, gotcha. When the worker at Subway spends 5 minutes making my sandwich and then thanks me, always makes me feel bad. I used to take the train to work. There was a 15 minutes walk between the train station and my workplace. The last peaceful 15 minutes before I had to walk in there with a smile pretending to be happy and say good morning to everyone and socialize. A coworker offered to pick me up whenever he saw me when he drove past the train station. Holding the door for someone who is not within 3 to 4 steps of the same door. I feel obligated to rush since they are holding it. Please stop doing this. Replying all on a thanks email. There are 300 people on this. It takes 30 seconds to stop, open and discard the person. That's 5 hours at your company average rate. If you want to thank someone, thank them. I enjoy listening to people. Sometimes I'm content listening to a conversation, even though I haven't said anything in a while. Don't try to include me by pointing out how quiet I am. Now I'm suddenly on the spot and everyone thinks I'm uninterested or a bitch because I have nothing to add under pressure. When my co-workers make jokes, playfully, so I can hear/respond about me being in a bad mood just because I'm quiet, which, in turn, puts me in a bad mood, making me even quieter. Or I'll confront them and say that I'm in fact not in a bad mood, I'm just busy, or whatever, which always comes out bitchy for some reason. So then they definition think I'm in a bad mood. There's no winning. Please don't offer me condolences because I have a disability. Though I often get frustrated by it, I'm not sad about it, and you don't have to be either. I live with disability from chronic disease. People think they are being nice when they say there's always someone worse off. That doesn't make me feel any better. It dismisses what I'm dealing with and just makes me feel bad for people who are doing worse. Doing anything they think is nice that I specifically ask them not to do. I'm not just being polite. There is a reason I'm asking you not to do something. You can offer, but if I say no, don't proceed to do it anyway. And it's inevitably followed by a very hurt I was just trying to help. When passengers say anything along the lines of, oh, you don't have to turn the GPS on, I can guide you. I understand they're being nice. However, I can't stand it because a majority of the time they don't give me enough warning or guidance. I'm driving in the left lane when suddenly, oh, make a right here. Are you serious? And don't offer to give me directions if you get distracted a lot. If I would have used the GPS, I wouldn't have missed the turn/exit you forgot about. Slow down or stop for me to cross the street when I would rather they went ahead. Not nice to have someone waiting on you and the car goes a heck of a lot faster. Men who wait for women to get off the elevator first. The person near the door should leave first. It's just awkward to have to squeeze around someone who is blocking your way because they think it's rude to get out first. Might be too specific, but my neighbor, if he sees a package for me at the mailboxes, will always bring me the package. Every 2 weeks I have 30 lbs of cat litter being delivered, and he seems almost put out that he had in his mind, it seems, to bring me my package. It annoys the hell out of me. Not once have I ever asked him to do this, and he keeps doing it. I have a medical condition That makes every day a living hell. I hate it when family/friends offer advice. Let me help you design a diet to fix it. You need to work out more. This essential oil will help. Shut the fuck up. I've been trying to find an answer for years. I don't think you're gonna come up with one when you just found out about it for the first time. Doesn't happen as often now, but you're so skinny, you lucky thing. I know, this always kicks off a debate about where skinny shaming is an actual problem or not compared to fat shaming, but this is my personal answer to this question. For me, I never really got shamed per se, but concerned comments about my diet or just observatory comments. I simply didn't like it, and it made me feel self-conscious. When you meet somebody for the first time and the first thing they ask is what you do for a job. I know they mean well, but I'm currently unemployed, and it's pretty embarrassing to say so. The follow-up questions are often why don't you have a job? When will you get a job? I'm trying, but sometimes it isn't as easy as that. I'm a husky guy. Okay, I'm fat, and I work with a dude who used to be fat also. Now I would probably fall under fluffy. He on the other hand fell under damn. Well, he ended up getting the gastric bypass surgery and a few months later looked incredible. A totally new man, and I'm very happy for him. Well, then he started to bring in his old fat clothes and give them to me. Things at the big and tall can be pricey, and I would have appreciated the winter coat, but it was too big on me, along with everything else. He would bring me in shirts and pants with holes in them, and even one time a few pairs of boxers. Really? But I do think we just trying to be nice. When people post things online unprompted, like remember you're awesome or it's a bad day, not a bad life, like I know you mean well, but you don't know me or my situation. And then hundreds of comments flood in saying OMG thank you so much, I needed just this comment today. I know it shouldn't bother me and I should just move along, but it sets me off for a while after. I work at a supermarket and every now and then I have to go out and collect the trolleys. When I collect them, costumers come up to me and give me their trolley. It's fine when I'm only pushing 3 or 4, but when I got 10 and they try to help me, it ends up making the job that much hard. At my local CVS's in the past 6 months or so, cashiers have all started asking me if I needed help finding anything, which is great and all, but they always ask this question as they're handing me my receipt and change. What if I say yes, I needed help finding something? Would they step from behind the register after 3 rang me up and walk with me to locate something? Or would they just call an employee walking the aisles to help me, cause I could just ask them for help myself? Seems like the worst possible time to ask if I needed help finding anything. Though I'm 99% sure the only reason they do this is BC sometimes you're emailed a survey and one of the questions is whether or not anyone offered you help finding anything. So they just ask at the tail end of your visit, not so they can actually be helpful, but just so that they don't get a bad survey score. This is stupid and pointless if that's the case. In our chat messenger at work, Bob, hey there. Me, hi Bob. 5 minutes of silence. Bob, I have a question about blackjack. Me, fire away. 5 minutes later. Bob, sorry, got interrupted. Me too. 10 minutes ago someone distracted me from my work when they could have started the effing conversation with their question. That's okay. Holding doors for people who are too far away to get through the door quickly. I had this happen a few months ago. I was walking into the bank and the guy in front of me held the door open and locked eyes with me while I was a good 30 feet behind him. I had to awkwardly jaunt and run, but there was a patch of ice on the sidewalk and I hit that and slipped. I did the splits and tore my taint, which hurt tremendously. My most immediate concern was the big cup of hot chocolate I spilled all over myself on the way down. I'm a grown man, so I was slightly embarrassed to be drinking hot chocolate, so I said I got burned by my hot coffee, but there were a bunch of Starlight mints and Barton's vodka in the cup, so I don't think anyone believed me, and they may have thought I was drunk. When I got home I had about a half a cup of blood in my underwear. I had horrible visions of colon cancer and invasive surgery and hospice care before I realized I had just ripped my gooch really badly. That was a relief, but I was in the middle of taking a shit and the relief was short-lived because the agate textured turd I pushed out ripped me open anew, and I had to hold back tears. I normally poop 6 or 7 times a day, so it was a miserable week before I got all healed up. Saying hi to roommates every time you encounter them in the house. Saying bye when you're just stepping out for a minute and then acknowledging them again when you come back 10 minutes late. At my workplace everyone has a very specific role, and it is only when we are all focused on those roles that things go smoothly. I often have guys stop to help me lift or carry things because I'm a girl. This throws everything off. Suddenly things slow down because they needed to help me. No, you just did it. If I need help I'll ask. I promise. For more high quality AskReddit videos check out the YouTube channel Reddit Today. Link is in the description.